Welcome Star Wars Unlimited enthusiasts to today's video where we're taking Qi'ra Data Vault to Carabas to see if we can win a best 2 out of 3. Well folks, Qi'ra Data Vault, a control strategy that right now is taking a few top spots in the current meta of Secrets of Power. And for me personally, it's the last control strategy I have not played. I've done Iden Blue, Iden Data Vault, I've done Boss Blue, I've done Chancellor Data Vault, Chancellor Sec Data Vault, and I have done Trench Colossus or Trench Blue in some aspects, but I have never played Qi'ra Data Vault. Now I have done Qi'ra the Leader for a little fun event over at Bulldog Community Gaming LLC in Brownsburg, Indiana. I think we were doing commons, uncommons, and I was playing her just using her ability to hit grit units and then play them out for cheap. I really wasn't playing control. But nonetheless, it's time to see what all the fuss is about with Qi'ra Data Vault. So we're going to check out the leader, the deck, and like I said, jump to Carabas for our best 2 out of 3. Qi'ra on her front side states, action tapper, action pay 1 tapper, deal 2 damage to a friendly unit, then give a shield token to that unit. She flips for 5, and then on her backside she has grit, and when she flips, you heal all damage off all existing units on the battlefield, yours and your opponent's, and then you deal them a half damage rounding down. So if you have a unit on there has 3 health points, it will take 1 damage on it because of 3 divided by 2 is 1.5, so rounded down it is 1. And just so you're aware, Qi'ra, of course, came from Shadows of the Galaxy. I'm surprised we don't have another Qi'ra leader yet in the game. And then, of course, we are running the Data Vault, the control base to play, whether you're Chancellor Sec control deck or whether you're Iden control, you're always playing Data Vault. It is just right now the best base to play around with. And I really do see Data Vault becoming very much meta viable, or being the meta deck that a lot of decks are going to play once we rotate when a Lawless Time officially releases. So our deck is a minimum of 60 cards. So with that said, let's move into our deck, starting off with triple Dr. Pershing. Again, action, tap him, deal 1 damage to a friendly unit, draw 1 card, triple Pike Sentinel for Sentinel, triple Super Laser, tech for Course the Ramp. One thing you can do is if you have Dr. Pershing and then this, you can go play this, Dr. Pershing killed this, and then put it into your resources readied. That way we can ramp so we can get up to Qi'ra's 5 so we can flip her. Triple Cad Bane. When played, you may defeat a unit with 5 or less remaining HP. This is really good to, of course, when you flip the Qi'ra, play out the Cad Bane, so then you can kill something that has been half with 2 health points remaining, thanks to, of course, the Qi'ra, the flip turn. Where Qi'ra, basically, member, deals damage to everyone rounded down. So this is a good way to just kill off those nuisance units with 2 health points left. 1 Darth Vader with Ambush, and then when played, search top 10 cards of your deck for any number of ability units, and with a combined cost of 3 or less, and play each of them for free. Triple Maul for his Ambush and Overwhelm. We do get the on-attack trigger that if we have an Underworld unit out on the battlefield, we can put all our combat damage into that Underworld unit instead of putting it on Maul. Right now, the only other Underworld unit we are playing in this deck that could do that is the Pike Sentinel. Qi'ra is Underworld, but we typically don't want to push all the damage from the Maul into the Qi'ra. So if we do happen to have Pike up when we go for the Maul trigger, we do have both of those. Triple Reinforced Walker. When played on attack with the top card of your deck, either draw that card or discard it, and heal 3 damage. And finally, triple Supreme Leader Snoke. Each enemy non-leader unit gets -2/-2. For our space, we're running triple Inferno 4. When played, when defeated, look at top 2 cards of your deck. Put any number of them on the bottom of your deck and the rest on top of your deck. So if you look at the top 2, you can put them both back on top in any order, or you can put them both on the bottom in any order, or you can put 1 on top, 1 on bottom. 1 Devastating Gunship, naturally with grit, and when played, you may defeat an enemy unit with 2 or less remaining HP, very similar to what Cad Bane does. Triple Double Resupply Carrier. When played, you may put the top card of your deck into play as a resource, just helping us ramp. Double Avenger. When played on attack, an opponent chooses a non-leader unit they control and defeat it. Double Devastator with Sentinel and Overwhelm, and when played, you may deal damage to an enemy. Deal damage to a unit equal to the number of resources you control, and 1 Annihilator. When played when defeated, you may defeat enemy unit. If you do, search its controller's deck and hand for each card with that unit's name and discard them. They do shuffle their deck afterwards. As a reminder, the Annihilator effect to murk a guy on the battlefield is looking for just the name and not the subtitle. I said it before. If, say, your opponent has Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight out and you go murk Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight, they're not going to just get rid of all the other Luke Skywalker Jedi Knights from their, of course, their hand and deck. They're looking for anyone named Luke Skywalker, whether it's the Luke Skywalker for LOF or the Luke Skywalker from JTL. That's Are You Still With Me? It's looking for anybody named Luke Skywalker in your opponent's hand or deck. Finally, for our events, we have a triple timely intervention to give something ambush by paying its cost alongside timely intervention costs. We can smuggle it for 2. This is a great way to bring out Snoke or Reinforce Walker, or if we need to bring out, say, the Avenger, the Annihilator, if we need to run it into something and then kill something else on the board. So we can just have that ability to run into things that are kind of a nuisance on the board state, so we can just deal with them, deal with multiple objects. We have triple power the dark side, just our opponent decides to murk something. I know a lot of people will be happy when this is out of the format altogether. Triple resupply just to ramp. 2 Fellow Dragon to defeat any non-leader unit with 5 or more HP. 1 to take down the defeated enemy unit, 5 or less remaining HP. Triple vigilance to discard 6 cards, heal 5 damage, defeat a unit with 3 or less, or give a shield token. With Qi'ra, we can actually play almost all 3 of those. We might get the shield token a lot of times, but a lot of times we want to mill our opponent out of their good cards. Typically, we might want to heal our deck, and because of Qi'ra's effect, we may have a lot of chances to just start defeating units with 3 or less remaining HP. We have triple no glory only results. Take control of a non-leader unit and defeat it. Triple overwhelming barrage, give a friendly unit +2/+2 for the phase, and then deal damage equal to its power, divided that you may choose among a number of other units. And finally, triple super laser blast, just to clean up the board, just so we can get out of those gummy game states. For our upgrades, we're running a double perilous position when played exhaust attached unit, and we give it -2/-2. And then we have traitorous. We may attach this upgrade to a unit that costs non-leader unit that costs 3 or less, and we take control of it. But when the upgrade becomes unattached from the unit, that opponent takes control of their unit again. For our side deck, we have 1 restock to basically send 4 cards of our discard pile on the bottom of our deck in a random order. Just helps us not to die if we see another Qi'ra Data Vault, or we see any other deck strategies running vigilance, like if we saw a Palpatine Sec Data Vault, or we saw an Iden Data Vault, or anything like that that potentially could mill our deck. We just want to have the ability to make sure we don't mill ourselves out. 1 Bazine, when played, look at your opponent's hand. You may discard 1 of those cards, and if you do, that player draws a card, and then we can smuggle her out for 4. Smuggle her out for 6, because we'll actually have to pay the penalty for not having cunning naturally on our leader or our base. So we'll be paying 4 the player naturally, or 6 to smuggle her out. But still, just a nice thing to get rid of those certain cards. So if we know we're running into that matchup, like I said, of Chancellor Sec Data Vault, or maybe a Qi'ra Data Vault, then we can bring in the Bazine and then see if we can snipe out the restock out of their hand. Because if they're only running 1, that means that we don't have to worry about them using restock against us to fill back their deck, so they don't get the penalty for not being able to draw. They don't take the damage penalty on their base for not being able to draw. We have double eager escort to ambush into the space realm if space becomes a problem. 2 Palpatine's return. When play a unit for your discard, it costs 6 lives. Force unit, it costs 8 lives. This is a good rate to get back that Vader or that Snoke, or really to just get anything back from our discard pile if need be. We have 2 hyperspace disaster defeats all space units. Since we naturally can ramp, this wouldn't be too hard to get up to that 7. So if we're running into a space strategy or something like that, and we ramped enough to get up to 7, it wouldn't be too bad just to go hyperspace disaster and wipe the board clean of all space units. 1 Nebula Ignition, we just need another board wipe, a straight board wipe. This is a good one. Defeat each enemy unit that isn't upgraded. We can just wipe the board clean. As a reminder, shields and experience tokens are upgrades, so they will not, any unit that has those will not die to Nebula Ignition. But if we needed more than just Super Laser Blast to clear out the board state, then we have this to throw in. And then we have 1 more Annihilator. Now, before we jump to Carabas, I did want to point out one thing here. The deck we are looking at did take first place at a Brazilian PQ. So this is the first place deck we're trying out here, folks. And with that, let's jump to Carabas for that best 2 out of 3. Well, folks, Ray Data Vault. Ray Shadow Data Vault. This is also another leader for some odd reasons using Data Vault. Like, is everyone using the Data Vaults? That's a hand. We're gonna keep it. This can go away, and we can lose the Walker. All right, this is a good start here. But yeah, Ray, nothing to get. Start off with the Ray. Ooh, okay. We probably put that away. Resupply. Hey, son, I like your idea. Resupply myself, and then I'm going to draw an extra card. Extra cardo. The Maul will be actually good against the Ray, because the Ray on flip will be at 7, so we need to keep the Maul in hand. We can put this away. R2D2. Again, when played on attack, you may look at the top card of your deck. You may put it on the bottom. So basically just scry your deck. Ping 1. Take a draw. I like that Inferno 4. Sundarian Peacekeeper, huh? Okay. Interesting. Sundarian Peacekeeper, huh? Let's go Inferno 4. We can put that on the top, put that on the bottom. An experience token. Oh, okay. Ray triggered her effect here to put an experience token under that. Power of the Dark Side. Let's see what he's willing to kill here. Okay, he's willing to kill the R2. Is it worth... I don't think it's worth right now spilling the Qi'ra out this turn. I don't know what this deck has as its late game triggers. I'm going to put this away. Okay, kill the Dr. Pershing. We're going to go there. Now comes the Ray, of course. Ray couldn't. Okay, Ray's coming out. We're just going to go resupply. We will trigger the effect. Oh, Cad Bane. That's kind of nice. We'll claim. I'm not really going to drag out Qi'ra here. So experience token on the Ray to deal 3 damage to me. We can put the Inferno 4 away. Let's go Maul. Kill Obi-Wan. That's now making a humongous Ray, by the way. Hundo Mundo Ray because of this, and by the way, he did get the draw because I gave it to a force unit. The problem was no matter what I did, I was going to give it to him. Swing on base. I mean, I'm only taking 5 here. That's the thing. The problem, though, is this Ray's restore 3 on our backside is annoying. Let's see. If you flip over, I put her to 9 divided by 2 is 5.5. U-Wing. Ew, gross. Where the heck's my Super Laser Blast when you need it? Alright, what's he looking? So he looks at the top 10 cards. You can play up to 3 units, and a whole lot of things just appeared out of the middle of nowhere. Alright, we're going to claim. Well, ask and you shall receive a Super Laser Blast. I may just have to murk these and let go of them. I just have to get rid of it. Put on the bottom, put on the top. Lucky enough, Super Laser Blast is able to clear out the entire of the board, so it just gets rid of the queen immediately. So I don't have to worry about its existence at all. Alright. Captain Typho. I think Ray Data Vault's a lot of fun, too. I mean, a lot of decks really have gotten buffs because of Secrets of Power. A lot of decks really got buffs because of Secrets of Power. I think we're done with this one. I think we're perfectly fine. Let's see. What do we want to do? Let's go Maul, kill Typho. Yeah, I guess Typho will show me that. Overwhelm, of course, and finishing up there. I mean, we still haven't dragged Qi'ra out. I'm just not... I want to drag Qi'ra out and try to get the Cad Bane trigger. That's a thing. I don't know if it'll really trigger. So Mina into that. He's going to show me to allow me to draw. We'll claim. Right now, I'm not really afraid. Ugh. It's kind of nasty. That's kind of a nasty little board state he's got there. Because if I go power the dark side, he just kills the Obi-Wan and gives the old Obi-Wan to get young Obi-Wan the experience tokens. Let's flip Qi'ra. Half damage. Cad Bane can only kill something with 2 or less remaining HP, so that's not really going to matter here because it's not impactful in any way. And technically, he could swing old Obi-Wan into Qi'ra, but that would be more of a bait, or, you know, the bait won't work. Let's go this, defeat a unit. Because this can give 2 experience tokens to another friendly unit, any friendly unit, that's the thing. Kill that. We'll discard 6. 2 home ones. Okay. 2 home ones, 1 back. Well, still not great. We'll work this. We'll claim. We're just going to clean up this board state. I'm not going to let all those queens live on the board long enough. We'll go to done. Let's just clean it up. I really don't want these queens on the board. Oh, did he bring that? He smuggled out that text, which means his entire free key resources is now active as a playfield as well. And I don't have a way to kill that tech. I guess I do. I could no glory only results attack. All right. So R2 was used from smuggle, and the Yaddle was used from smuggle. Yaddle was also smuggled out. Okay, well, the Vader's pretty nice. I'm going to Vader into this. We'll look at the top 10. We'll put out the Pike, trigger Vader into the tech. Let's just make sure he can't smuggle out his resources. That is definitely something that tech really wants to do, and I just don't need him doing it. Bo-Katan. Well, lucky enough. Well, no, that problem, that Bo-Katan's now going to be out of hand. Kill Bo-Katan. Get this Bo-Katan out of here. We don't want to play with Bo-Katan. No Bo-Katans today. By the way, the experience came from Bo-Katan. He gave the experience token from there, then Rey's effect to deal 3. I mean, I guess I can go Cad Bane, kill Yaddle. I'd like to know where the remainder of my certain cards are. What do you do? R2 to look at the top. We'll go power. Just get rid of the R2. Some village people. I'd like to all know where my other walkers are as well. Like, where the heck's half of the rest of my deck? Oh no, Luke Skywalker, man. We're gonna have to go no gory all results on Luke to get rid of him. We're gonna do this. Defeated enemy units. We are going to have to take the heal so we don't just straight die. Oh my god, the queen's back again, everybody. The queen's back again. I don't need any of these. Guess we can go overwhelming barrage. Just needs to get rid of that. Or no glory in the results. We can play this. We're going to pass on that. I don't need to put anything unwanted into my resources. Luke Skywalker. Claim. Dang it. I need one of my walkers to come up here. Well, the Avengers, right? The Annihilator is pretty good as well. I could just go the Annihilator here. We're not dead, because I can go Annihilator onto him. Okay, so we're going to go Annihilator, kill Luke. Oh, that Annihilator's dying, which unfortunately means that... So we take nothing. We burn through basically all his Lukes. If he fails to drag in the Annihilator, I just kill the other Obi-Wan, and I could discard any one named Obi-Wan. Old Obi-Wan and young Obi-Wan. That's the thing. The problem, though, is Rey can still continually buff up both of these spy tokens. So that's the next big problem I have, is how do I kill off those spies? Because they're going to deal 3 damage to my base each time. I mean, I guess I go Overwhelming Barrage on the Annihilator and survive. Tech. I guess we still have a Super Laser Blast. That's a thing. I think I still have 1 left in the deck. Yeah. So he put entrenched on that. So I can't, so it can't swing. Yeah, he doesn't, I know what he wants. He doesn't want to hit it with Fail the Dragon because he knows what I'm going to target. I'm just going to hit the Obi-Wan with it so that he can't. Okay, that's pretty nice to see that. We could steal, funny enough, the tech, and that gives us smuggle for all our stuff. We could smuggle out a walker. We're going to go to done. We are dead here, by the way, on this board state. We are straight dead on this board state, so we actually have to do this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. And unfortunately, we're going to have to kill tech. Mark it all. Put a 17-17 on the board that can't do nothing. Well, I guess we could put out Snoke now. That's the thing. I'm going to take Obi-Wan's mine now. He's evil. Evil Obi-Wan. We're going to have to claim because I'm dead. Well, we're not dead, but we're very close. No resource. Let's go Advenger. Hit my opponent's Mina if he's got the cards in it, which I know he doesn't. Fail the Dragon's going to kill this now that he has no. Now that no bodies are on the board that threaten him. I have a way to heal. Thank goodness, 5 finally. All right, this has been a nice close one. Oh, there's the Beck as well. Great timing for Beck to come out. Great timing for Beck. Oh my gosh. There's no way I can kill all of this off. He's going to get me because of the Kalen Beck effect. Because I can kill that and that's it. Okay, ready next game. Let's go. Okay. Ugh. Fun game though. Fun game. We didn't see Vigilance out of him. I didn't see Vigilance. I'm going to put in an extra Nebula just so I have another board wipe. I don't think it's worth the Nebula now thinking about it because of Rey's effect. We might put another Annihilator in just so we can use Annihilator again. But I think that's really it. I don't know if it's really worth using Palpatine's returns in these decks. What do you want to get rid of? Let's drop the Devastating Gunship. We'll put in an extra Annihilator just to deal with it. But I was trying to think maybe we could do something with this, but the problem is it's not really going to be impactful because of the experience tokens being technically upgrades. We could put in 2 Palpatine's return. I never felt like we actually got ever a point to where we could use them. So I think that's fine. We're going to ready into the game. We're going to go first here. That's a hand. We'll keep. We have the Pike. We have the Super Laser Attack. Mattering on what we get next as well. We'll put this away and we'll put that away because we can have Thel just in case to kill things. Put out the Pike. This will be able to protect our board state just for a little while. Claim initiative. Rey will pump up the R2. We can put a tech away. We can bring out a tech. The R2 can also get another buff by Rey, by the way. Because technically, Rey can buff everything that's 2 power or less. And R2 already started out of 1 power. So then we can claim the initiative here. Mina. I don't think we're going to need another super laser tech. We can hit the R2, trigger to put ourselves away. We'll take the damage off the R2. Let's go this onto the Mina. So I just don't have to take the attack off the Mina, by the way. That's probably not a bad idea here. And then Captain Typho Man. Everyone's favorite man, Captain Typho Man. Alright, what do you want to do? Let's go for this. Defeat the R2. And let's discard 6. Okay, so we got rid of 2 queens. It's not too bad. It's not point bringing out Qi'ra because technically she'll die to the Typho swing. And he could potentially just swing the Mina at me as well. He hasn't done anything, so we'll actually deploy Qi'ra here. Because if he wants to throw the Mina at Qi'ra, that's fine. Because technically I have the other Vigilance, so technically next turn I can go Vigilance to heal 5, Merc Captain Typho. Or he can just play the Blue Squadron Ace and then swing 4 in my face and then make me feel like an idiot. And there's CAD. I'll put this away. CAD come out. CAD kill blue leader. Then we can still do Qi'ra's ability to give CAD an additional experience token here. 2 damage to CAD and then give him the token. Ray coming out. All right, now this would be really nice if I had a super laser blast. This would be super nice to have a super laser blast. So Mina kill herself on the Cad Bane so that the Mina can go, so we can get rid of the Cad Bane. Thing is, well, Fell's not really going to work here. Because Vader can't kill, funny enough, this Obi-Wan. Alright, ability unit, thank goodness for a Sentinel. Trigger, we'll hit it for 5. Now, of course, this will kill it, but again, that means he kills him, but it's a throwaway anyways. Yep, 2 experience. We'll give that a shield token. Fell the dragon. I guess that won't matter. Guess we're still not dead at this state. Traitorous. It's pretty nice. Let's go Traitorous. Grab that. That way Ray would have to again go into this. That would be 3 damage on the Ray. Power of the Dark Side. 10 on the Ray, draw 1. I'm going to claim here just so I don't have to worry about him dropping something on me because I have Devastator this turn. Dr. Pershing can go away. Devastator, kill the Ray. Alright, I'm guarded now on the ground and in the sky. Alright, Blue Squadron, kill that. Alright, claim. Make some queens. Let's go to done. Well, funny enough, we can actually use Vigilance to kill this. Hilariously enough. Vigilance. Let's heal for 5, defeat a unit. Because funny enough, because that's a defeat a unit, the queen can't push the damage over to one of the spy tokens. So Red 5 will have to kill, of course, the Pike Sentinel here if he wants to survive. Alright, 2 damage on the spy. Or 2 damage to the Pike Sentinel. Claim initiative. Yep. Throw this away. Guess we'll kill that. We'll soft pass. I want to know what he's bringing out. I've burnt through 2 Vigilance right now. I only have 1 left. Amina. We'll just claim. I want to see if he goes wide. I don't think he'll go wide. I don't think that would be his idea. To go wide and potentially just get hit in the face with something. But he could. Another tap. Ugh. Alright. Galen Urso to name a card. What did he name? Oh, that's gross. Of course he names Super Laser Blast, and of course I pull this as well. We can go to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't think I want to put the Annihilator away. Just because there are cards that the Annihilator can hit. Queens are gone. He should have one more home one. He has Becks running around. All right. We can get the Galen Urso off the board. And let's just zap everything. He can use the Mina if he wants to. Another tech claim. Let me guess, you're going to bring out another Galen? He's back, everybody. All right, no Super Laser Blasts for the Galen. That won't matter. Let's get rid of Galen. Well, there's a disaster in his hand. The problem, though, if he disasters me, I just hit the tech. I've not seen him use any form of, like, vigilance or anything. Wonder if he's not running it. I'm just going to claim here. All right. Go to done. Pump this up to 14. So 1, 2, 3. Done. Mark those off. Oh man, I can't seem to find any really good cards I need. Heal my base. Guess I'll get rid of the Gonk droids just so I don't have to worry about it. Surprise! I guess he doesn't want to. Okay. Kill off the Typho. Yeah, that's an interesting hand. Claim the initiative. Where the hell is my walkers? I've not seen my walkers either. Beck. All right, what's Beck bringing out? Yaddle. All right. Done. Murder Beck. Take Yaddle. Because then I get to restore 1. Hilarious. And then I can go power to dark side something on his board state. All right, home 1. He could bring out Beck again, by the way, because of home 1's ability, reduce the cost, bring out Beck. Ugh. Yep. Beck, look again. Find something he needs. Go for a home 1. Bounce the Beck back to hand. That's really gross. I'm going to have to claim here. Thank God we found a Super Laser Blast. Done. Super Laser Blast. Resolve first. I don't know what we resolved, but doesn't matter. Mina, I know we had the 2 there already. All right. That's all our Super Laser Blasts. Here comes Beck again. Surprised he has more things he can keep. Oh, good. Beck brought out home 1, everybody. Yeah, Beck can reduce the play cost by 3. Yeah, there's no way I'm outing this board state now. There's just not a way. I guess, hilariously enough, we do have one way to do it. Because we can go this to bring this out. We choose them to kill something first, the on-play trigger. And then we trigger the ambush, but then he can easily just choose to kill the home 1. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good game, son. Good game. Good game. Well, folks, unfortunately, Qi'ra Data Vault was unable to stabilize the late game against Ray Shadow Data Vault. Man, now playing against that Ray Shadow, we might have to check out Ray Shadow Data Vault. That looked like a lot of fun. But yes, unfortunately, yeah, when you get into 2 grind games, a lot of times it matters who has the better grind matchup at the end. And unfortunately, Ray Data Vault just had the better grind matchup there in the end. I mean, if we saw as many times we saw their hand thanks to the Annihilator, they had a little too many things. Now again, we could have probably put in Nebula Ignition, We probably should have put in Nebula Ignition for that late game push altogether, just so that we could have used it. But again, Nebula Ignition, I was more concerned because it really wasn't able to work. But I guess in the late game, Nebula Ignition would have been nice to utilize, because by the late game, most of what Ray's putting out doesn't really matter if it dies by a card effect, has a experience token onto it, because most of the time Ray can't buff them with experience tokens. So I think that was on me of not really going for that one. But nonetheless, it's a lot of fun. It's just that we got caught up into a matchup that basically ground us down before we ground them down. We didn't see our vigilance at the time. We didn't really mill great cards. I think we had milled better cards. I think we could have probably won that one. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of what ifs you could do with anything like that. But again, control is always kind of this. It's always going to hit and miss. Certain matchups you're great against. You'll be able to grind those matchups out easy. Other matchups, you're going to hit game states where it's going to get gummy, and then you're not going to be able to grind out the game, and your opponent's going to be able to grind out it. For instance, like Yoda Data Vault, in my opinion, could have a probably better matchup against Qi'ra. And we saw with the Ray Shadow Data Vault, it just has a better matchup against Qi'ra because it was able to grind out with more units. It could spam on me on a constant basis and then constantly bring units back and all that. But nonetheless, guys, I want your thoughts down in the comments below on Qi'ra Data Vault. Have you guys tried it out? What are your thoughts on Control overall in Star Wars Unlimited? What are your thoughts on Control going into the rotation? In my opinion, I think Control is going to see a lot of less play because I don't think there is as much good Control cards that can be played that we've seen throughout sets 1 through 6. So I think a lot of these decks we are going to see kind of disappear, not mentioning that Iden's rotating out and Qi'ra's rotating out, and Palpatine Sec Data Vault would be the only remaining Control style deck we would have. But even then, I'm not exactly sure that would be a good deck really either. But nonetheless, guys, you can let me know all that down in the comments, as I said. And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify when my videos go live for you. And we'll see you next time. I'm Dragon TCG.